In this scenario, which is the first of a two-part series around identifying who your next best customer is and what their lifetime value and contribution to the organization is financially. In this one, we're going to be looking at how do you identify who your next best customer is using the artificial intelligence, data mining algorithms inside Put It Forward to be able to identify that cohort and then be able to understand exactly how to engage with them to maximize your potential of conversion. Um, in a marketing scenario here, there are a number of different functions. How this works in the scenario we're going to focus on right now is really around the lead conversion, customer acquisition scenarios. Put It Forward is continuously monitoring and updating the data sources that it works with. So the underlying applications and solutions in your platform are the actual sources and destinations for this data. What we're doing is we're mining that data and applying that data set into the predictive algorithms inside Put It Forward to help you identify who those customers are. And this is a continuous circular process that is always running. So it's not just a one-time event. That way it ensures you that you are always working with the most reliable, up-to-date, and most opportunistic data set as possible. So let's take a closer look at how this runs inside Put Forward. Switching into Put Forward Delphi, what we're greeted with here is a screen where a typical data analyst, marketing analyst, someone that has an understanding of the information, data sets that they're working with, and also has some view into understanding how to work with predictive analytics or data analytics. So what we're going to do here first is we're going to configure what we want the AI engine to actually generate for us as a response. In this case here, we're going to look for a customer set that has a propensity to purchase. Very quickly, I'm just going to run the model in the background so we can configure it, and we'll be running it in the background as we're speaking here for the next moment. We're going to consider what parameters that should be factored into this conversation. The parameter set is based entirely upon what's in the data, right? So you can have 4 different attributes, you can have 20 different attributes that go into your consideration. Just as like you were working with an individual or a person, you said, "Oh, these are the factors and the facts that I actually care about, and this is how I want them to be considered or weighted in the model itself." So very quickly, you see we worked with a history of just over 27 million different records, 2 million individual contacts that help us identify the data set that we're looking for. In this case here, we're very focused on understanding who has the highest probability of converting or purchasing from us in the next 72 to 96 hours. If we want to focus on the ones that are just, 80% or higher, we've identified half a dozen different contacts that when we engage with would have a very high probability and propensity to convert. Now, this data set can then be sent directly over to a spreadsheet or exported to work in any way you want. You can also send it back into another step function in a process flow inside Put It Forward. So this can be a completely self-contained automated run through process. And that brings the end of this demonstration. First of part two. Part two will show how to turn that into an understanding of what the financial impact is on your organization. Thank you for your time and attention.